Alchemy is not turning base metals into gold. No, that's not what alchemy is. Alchemy is not medieval chemistry. There may be some alchemists who practice what you can call chemistry, or try to do transmutation on metal, but that's not what alchemy is. That's just the outer level. Alchemy is also not occult sciences. It's very convenient for religious institutions like church and so on to label it occult and evil, or like some exoteric so-called Muslim school, sihr, magic, or it's none of that. That's just fear. That's not what alchemy is. The alchemy is as ancient as time itself. Alchemy has always existed. It comes from Arabic alchemia. Chemia is that which is from Chem or Kemet or Egypt. So ancient Egyptian inner science of knowing, marifa. But it's older than the civilization of Egypt. It has always existed because man has always existed, and knowing has always existed, and Allah has always existed. So they don't like alchemists because we don't believe just in what religious teachings say. We verify things because knowing is higher than simply believing. And iman, by the way, in Arabic, iman doesn't mean belief. It means trust or faith. That's another dimension. But just believing what someone says, a priest says something, I believe you. No, I believe that. An imam says something, yeah, I believe this imam. He's telling the truth, I believe so. An alchemist knows. Knowing is higher than believing. Knowing comes from experience. Because I don't have to believe that it is nighttime right now when I'm filming this. I know it's nighttime. I can see clearly outside. And I know it by the time that this is night. I don't have to believe that this is made of wood. I know that this is made of wood. Knowing is higher than believing. An alchemist is someone who deals with knowing. And when you deal with someone who deals in the realm of knowing, marifa in Arabic, knowing, that's someone who will be a problem for the church, because it's very easy to identify false teachings when you are dealing in the level of knowing, because then you will verify, you will test everything and experiment. So if someone tells you something, you will actually test his teaching, you will verify it, you will experiment and see for yourself if it works or not. And by just pure verification, dealing with the union of the outer and the inner, what is known in the Emerald Tablets as within, so without, as above, so below. It's awwalu wa ahiru wa zahiru wa batinu in Quran. You deal with the union of the outer and the inner. It's very easy to spot a fake priest. It's easy to spot a fake imam, a fake religious teaching, because you just verify it, you test it, and you see that this doesn't work in practice. So if it doesn't work, what kind of use do I have of it? This is why they don't like alchemists. So they labeled it magic or black magic or sihr or whatever. While sihr, what black magic in Quran and Hadith is referring to what you can call dark alchemy or charms, trying to charm someone. Those are practices that exist, and they are very dangerous and very harmful. And you can protect yourselves against sihr and this kind of dark energy through Ayatul Kursi and other Quranic verses. But anyway, so the alchemists become uncomfortable to people because he tests things. Alchemy is an ancient inner science. It's a pearl deep in the ocean of the Sufi way. So it's a science hidden, contained in the Sufi way, deep within. And you can learn this only by initiation. Allah has to want it for you. When Allah wants it for you, it's gonna happen. When Allah doesn't want it for you, you are not gonna find the key. You are not gonna find the door. You are not gonna find the path. If Allah wants alchemy for you, you're gonna find it. If Allah doesn't want it for you, you're not gonna find the key or keys. You're not gonna find the door or the doors. You're not gonna find the path. You're not gonna find it. This is it. And if you are not giving the key, alchemy to you will be like when the scientists of today look at it. Oh, it's a medieval science. It's a medieval pseudoscience. Pseudoscience, by the way, it doesn't mean what Karl Popper meant by falsification and pseudoscience. Pseudoscience is actually dark alchemy that is used by the religious institution of today, which is science. So you have to understand that science is the modern church. They label anything that they disagree with as pseudoscience or unscientific, meaning that because it's belief-based. Science today is belief-based. For you to be able to say that this theory or law is how the universe works, you have to prove it with a scientific method, a method that they give you. You can't empirically prove it yourself. They have to approve it. So, and if they don't approve it, then it's a pseudoscience. It's unscientific. It's conspiracy. This is a church. It's a church. It's the same as certain muftis that some Sufi saints actually have criticized, and even are criticized indirectly in one of the hadiths. They just want power, and anything that they disagree with, they haram label is forbidden, it's haram, it's un-Islamic. This is control. Or the church. Oh, it's a heretic. Here's this. Here's that's occult. That's from the devil. Yeah. But Prophet Muhammad said that Dajjal comes with heaven and hell, heaven in one hand, hell in one hand, but Dajjal's hell looks like heaven, and Dajjal's heaven looks like hell. So what the Dajjal will present to you as the salvation, the heaven, the promised land, it's actually Jahannam, is the hellfire. Be careful. And what he says, stay away from that. That's wrong. That's forbidden. That's evil. Those are evil. That's the heaven. It's upside down. The sun and the moon join together. Yeah, there are keys in this for those who understand. And alchemy, ancient science.